Good evening and welcome to the hour dedicated to talking about all things strange, weird, and paranormal. You're listening to Strange Talk, broadcasting on 1660 AM in Northside, 91.7 FM HD2 WVXU in Cincinnati. We're also streaming at radioartifact.com around the entire planet Earth. The intro track to this episode and most of our episodes is the Strange Talk intro by Star Silk. I'm your host, Alyx, and hopefully we have Vayne and Ginelle with us again now.
I'm here.
You're here. Ginelle, are you with us?
Silence.
Silence. Oh, Ginelle, we don't hear you. That is strange. Well, Ginelle, while you're working on that, we'll go ahead and take our first caller because we're doing open lines tonight. We figured we'd kick off season 5 with a little open lines because it's been a little
Good evening, Alice. How are you?
Good evening. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. This is Michael Midnight from WAIF 88.3 FM.
Yes, little radio on radio here.
Just wanted to call to say hi. We don't have a ghost story. Just doing a relaunch since last time I talked to you. I finally have a better hour now. I'm 9 to 10 p.m. on Tuesday nights. Really not the witching hour at 9 p.m., but considering I was getting up, going to work the last 9-10 months with 2 hours of sleep, it's better than just leaving the show.
Yeah.
And I have to give it up. So I get open lines this week to kind of reintroduce people because my first 6-7 months were 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. Wednesday night going into Thursday morning, which they're going to have a huge ton of listeners at those hours. And it got a little bit better with Thursday morning into Friday night from 12 to 2. Mm-hmm. So now Tuesday to 9 p.m., I'm just hoping to get a better audience. So yeah. I'm just kind of doing a relaunch. I mean, I have a co-host with me now. So I'd rather have 2 hours than one. But like I said, it is better than nothing. So I'm going to take it.
Yeah. And obviously we like 9 p.m. That's our time slot too. So
yeah. So I'm just hoping to slowly but surely get a larger base of listeners out there, as opposed to the hours I had when I first got the show. Next month I'll be on a full year, so it's a little quick.
Yeah. Wow. That's great though. I'm glad you got
and that's all
more conducive to sleep time slot for you, honestly.
Yeah, and plus it being at 9 p.m., I'm hoping more people listen as well. I didn't see you, but I was at that cryptid block party in Covington a few weeks ago.
Yeah, I missed you there. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was. I really liked it. It was more people than I thought. So that's cool that, there's more stuff around the Cincinnati area, like just up the street in Loveland, where I met you at the Frogman Festival, and now this over in Covington, so hopefully that trend to continue.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Well, I'm glad you called in, and happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween to you, and if you want to call, I will have open lines next Tuesday at 9 p.m., so if you have some time, you can call in. We'll be there 9 to 10 next Tuesday.
Awesome. I definitely will. I'll talk to you next Tuesday.
Have a good night.
Thanks, you too.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye. Awesome. Well, that was our first call-in of the night. Ginelle should be reconnecting in a minute. Always technical difficulties. It has chosen Ginelle instead of you this week, Vayne.
Yeah.
That's just the way it goes.
Connecting.
Honestly, though, I mean, who needs to connect?
Yeah, I don't know.
But while we're waiting for Ginelle to be able to reconnect, oh, I opened the wrong thing. We can talk about a little bit of weird news.
Yeah, I'm still stuck on the space tornado.
The space tornado? Yeah, actually, do you want to talk about the space tornado?
I haven't gotten to really. Hold on. I've been scrolling up on this on these lovely news articles that I'm always drawn away by space things, and then tornadoes. That's just too many of my interests combined into one.
Yeah, I mean,
but this is all the way back in the beginning of October.
Yeah,
it's weird and slightly old news. Let me see.
I just saw that they found a spooky jack-o'-lantern face in the sun just in time for Halloween.
I mean, that just means the sun's, dressing up, preparing.
It is.
It's going. We better give it candy, too, or else it might decide to destroy us.
How do we give it candy? Do we just shoot it into space?
Yeah, like a little missile launcher. Like a little, yeah. Like, I don't know, like a spaceship, but just full of candy. I hear that the sun is really into Tootsie Rolls, so maybe just give it a few Tootsie Rolls.
That's what we have to do with all of them?
Just a bunch of Tootsie Rolls. Let me see here. Okay, so the space tornadoes are just like part of the storms that already happen, obviously. I mean, that makes sense. But they can still mess with the Earth, so that's something.
What do they create tornadoes on Earth?
No.
I was like, what do you mean, mess with the Earth?
Yes, the space tornadoes, they actually prompt us to get tornadoes. That's exactly how it works. No, it says that they can harm our electrical grids and our digital systems, depending on like how strong they are. So like it's just basically like a solar storm, but cooler, because it's a tornado.
Yeah. Oh.
Hello.
Oh, we have a Ginelle. Yay!
I made it.
Vayne talking about
the season of technical difficulties.
Vayne talking about space tornadoes. Summon Ginelle.
I'm here. It worked.
Well,
we were talking about space tornadoes, Ginelle.
And launching Tootsie Rolls into the sun.
Yeah, because the sun is dressed up for Halloween, so we got to give it a treat for dressing up. Oh my gosh, I love it. Also, I like how the Stephen King Mambo #5 is in here, Alyx, because that's one of my favorite Stephen King lore tidbits. It's one of my favorite things.
That was one that actually we weren't recording during. So even like when we're not recording, I send like all of our weird news articles to one Discord chat. Sorry, you all, for the notifications on that. My bad. But yeah, so we haven't gotten to talk about that. So let's talk about that.
Oh my gosh. Listen, maybe we should go back to it, because I just talked about space tornadoes and it should be someone else's turn. But it is Stephen King, and I feel like that's kind of my territory.
I can let me pull it up. Oh my gosh!
I feel like it would be unfair for me to go from space tornadoes.
Hard curveball. I'm in. This article, the one that I pulled up, I don't know if that one. This article is actually from September 6th, 2023, but it cracked me up so much I had to talk about it. It's from Variety. And the title of it is Stephen King played Mambo number 5 so much his wife threatened to divorce him one more time and I'm going to effing leave you. And this was written by Zach Sharp.
That was when he was, which book was he writing? Yeah, was it Holly? No.
Yes, it says Holly. Yeah.
Yes, it was Holly.
Holly's his newest one. No,
that's when he was promoting it.
Yes, he was promoting it. Yeah, okay.
It was, oh gosh, which book was it? It wasn't The Shawshank Redemption. Hold on. Because it was post Stephen King doing cocaine. And I'm pretty sure he listed the Mambo number 5 specifically because it gave the same effect of the mania that cocaine gave. Like, I'm 100% convinced. But I will say that as somebody that writes, that it does work. Not the cocaine part, the Mambo number 5 part.
Oh, he was writing 11/22/63, his 2011 novel about a time traveler. That's what it was. So you know what really makes me think of Mambo number 5? The assassination of John F. Kennedy. Gosh.
I'm just imagining at John F. Kennedy's funeral, the guy who made Mambo number 5 was thinking,
Lou Bega.
How are they connected?
Lou Bega was there, actually.
Was he?
No, I'm totally making that up.
And I would believe you. I have no idea how old that guy is.
I believe Lou Bega is a German singer, maybe? Yeah, he's a German singer.
He is. That is not, I mean, it is, but it isn't what I expected. I'm like, he's only 50 years old. He was not alive for John Kennedy's assassination.
Okay, but Stephen King's book is about time traveling, so obviously Lou Bega time traveled to go to JFK's funeral. Duh.
Have you ever seen Lou Bega and John F. Kennedy in the same room? No.
No.
Actually,
you know why?
One of my favorite conspiracy theories we've ever talked about on here was this guy in Florida who is convinced that, oh gosh, what's his name? The guy who killed John Lennon, they're convinced it's Stephen King just because they vaguely look alike. So this guy has this whole campaign against Stephen King. Because he's like, he looks just like the guy who shot John Lennon. And I'm like, what?
I mean, have you ever seen John Lennon and Stephen King in the same room?
I sure haven't. Where's JFK in all this? I want to know.
I'm just imagining Stephen King reading Catcher in the Rye and then immediately reverting to the desire to kill John Lennon.
That'd be crazy.
like,
maybe not as crazy as we think, but that would be crazy.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, there's lots of weird news here, but I was so focused on the tornado that I didn't really look at any of the other things.
Did you say you had more about the tornado?
It was just explaining how they form, but it's a lot of science stuff, and I'm no scientist. I just like the concept.
Well,
of a space tornado.
Get on it. Become a scientist.
Yeah, listen, if I was born like 200 years later, I'd be out there storm chasing, but in space.
You would be.
Future. That is the future.
Oh, that's what the next...
You think when we go to space that there won't be storm chasers? No.
The next Twister sequel needs to be Twister in space.
Let's not start a Sharknado thing with space tornadoes, please.
But what if they handle it really well and get the science in there?
Okay, if they can get the science in there, I'm on board. I might draw the line if it's just I
mean, that's what I really respected. Because the Twisters was fine. It wasn't anything amazing. But what I really respected about it was they corrected in the first Twister movie when they hid under the underpass. That's actually one of the worst things you can do. So they made that the whole beginning part of Twisters was to be like, hey, don't do that, you'll die. And I was like, great. Yeah. I love that you all really fixed that because, that was the problem. I don't know if anybody died taking that advice, but I'm sure it did not work out great for people who unfortunately took that advice.
And a lot of people still do it.
Yep.
A lot of people still do it.
And you shouldn't, because if you go under an underpass during a tornado, it basically acts like, you know how Chicago, it's all windy because it's all being squeezed through all those passages. It basically acts like a suction and it will just you right out from under the pass. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
If you did not watch Twisters, here you go. Don't do it. I just saved you watching the whole movie.
Yes.
If we want to talk about some more weird news, though, I got one here that says most Americans say they have experienced at least one paranormal event. Apparently.
I mean, I count on that, so. Haven't we all?
There was a poll on YouGov asking Americans about their paranormal experiences, and most people said they've had at least one paranormal experience, and many believe that they personally have paranormal ability. So it says about 60% of Americans say they've had at least one of 13 paranormal experiences, slightly down from 67% in October of 2022. So we're getting a little less paranormal, or people are a little less willing to admit it.
Interesting.
Yeah. I've got some more statistics here if you want it. Among the 13 different experiences asked about, one of them was feeling a presence or unknown energy, that's 35%. Smelling an unexplained odor, that's 32%. Hearing an unexplained sound or music, 31%. Hearing the voice of someone who wasn't there, 26%. Feeling an unexplained change in temperature, 26%. Not too many people said they've seen a demon. That was only 7%. Seen unexplained smoke, 9%. Or seen an angel, 10%.
Why does it have to be a demon? Why can't it just be a thing?
They just wanted some specifics, I guess.
But how do you know it's a demon?
I mean, I don't know.
Have they considered that maybe the reason that number is so low is because they're saying demon instead of just creature?
Oh, 100%. Well, because like if someone's going to see something like that, they're not going to know what it is.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, I just think the demon part's a little strange, you know? We've all seen.
Yeah. I guess in theory, if they're able to distinguish an angel, supposedly.
Supposedly.
I mean,
then I guess they could. Right. That's kind of like, yeah. I think we got some blurry lines between some of the categories.
I see hot people walking down the street every day. Does that make them angels or are they demons? I don't know.
Depends on how you're feeling that day.
Yeah.
I mean, some of them have like 9 billion eyes, but you know, they do tell me be not afraid, and so I'm not.
You're like
you just listen.
You're like, you know, yeah.
I would not. Something's wrong with me. I'd be like, I'm afraid. You said be not afraid, and that makes me afraid, actually.
The eyes are comforting, and especially when they're on the spinning wheels, you know, they're really comforting.
There's the fire spinning wheels specifically.
Yeah. Yes. That's my type, actually. Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
Ginelle, do you have...
What weird news do you have, Ginelle?
Let me see. So I've been following that Comet 31, the one that's also called Alyx, a lot.
A lot?
Yeah, I've been following it a lot. I was like, you know, it just pops into my head every once in a while.
So you are the person in space who is, you know, hunting tornadoes and comets.
Supposedly. And comets.
Allegedly.
That may be causing the tornadoes. I don't know. Yeah, so supposedly there was like, first they kept calling it like almost like an interstellar body of some kind was going to be like entering our solar system. It apparently like entered yesterday. Like the closest it's ever came to Earth was yesterday. And everyone was freaking out about it because some people were like, well, what if it's an alien spaceship? Because it moves a little differently than what you would kind of like naturally expect from a comet. But I think what's most fascinating to me is you do have, you know, people from NASA and other people that are clearly more skilled in space and maybe space tornadoes, who are like, no, I'm pretty confident it's a comet, but I think we need to be ready in case it's not. And I'm like, that's not reassuring.
But,
what do you mean? And they're like,
you know,
they're like, I think humanity needs to be ready in case there's that low probability that it's aliens. And I'm like, wow, you all just really threw that in there, because I just don't think anyone truly knows too much. Like, it's very exciting from a standpoint, because apparently this thing is older than, of course, like the Earth itself and things like that. But it's it's just been interesting following that logic, because then everyone's like, as it gets closer, everyone's like, well, it's moving weird. It's moving differently. Like, it's changing course in a way that like a natural kind of like celestial body wouldn't. And you have that little hint in the back of your minds of like, it could be aliens.
It could always be aliens.
I think that's kind of cool if it is. A little bit of a weird way for them to finally show up, I think. But
but why wouldn't they? Like,
Yeah, that's true.
Arrive via comet.
True.
Make an entrance.
Yeah. So that's just what I've been following for the most part. That's just been my weird news. It's one of those things where, you click on one thing and then you start getting like 15 other things about it popping up. There is apparently some people thought it had lights on it. They're like, Japan's got video footage of it. It was a cruise ship at night.
Of course.
It was a fake video that, blew up the internet, but we're getting there.
I saw, let me pull it up before I say something I don't mean.
No worries.
That actually, so your comment might be the same video that I saw, because I saw a bunch of videos from Russia that they were like, oh my gosh, this looks like a UFO, but I think it may have just been your comment.
It might have been.
I'm just curious where it was visible from. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know how visible it is for us, because most of the stuff like I have been seeing has been from like a telescope from Chile and things like that.
Yeah.
So
it could be the same thing, or we could have multiple visitors.
We could be having multiple visitors. Yeah. So that's just what I've been following along for the most part right now. I do like the concept of it in a space tornado, though. That'd be pretty crazy.
Space tornado is pretty. It's a lot. Would a tornado be better or worse in space?
So is it just like happening in space? Like say, the space between us and like the sun or something. Is it just like there? Is it just like out there? Or
it's on from solar storms.
Oh, okay. So solar storms are just out there, and those cause the space tornadoes.
Yeah, I think they're based around the sun though too. Like it's all based off of the sun doing sun things. So
okay. I see.
Outside of that, because there's other things that are basically the sun. The sun's just one sun. But
right.
I mean, I don't know what the categories of space tornadoes are. I don't know if there's an EF space tornado. That'd be wild.
That's what we have to figure out, honestly, is the space tornado scale.
Yeah, that's what we got to figure out for the future space.
I'm changing course. I am now going to try to find that.
Okay, but I have been reading and listening to a lot about hurricanes and tornadoes this week, and they were talking about how the rating system actually can cause more damage because then people don't take it as seriously as they should. So maybe we shouldn't make a rating system for space. Maybe we should just be very descriptive of what it is.
But counterpoint, Alyx, if we don't put a rating system on there, how are we going to get the weird dudes hanging out with no shirt on right outside of the sun going, this thing can't stop me? And then they throw a bottle into it.
That is exactly what I was thinking.
Like,
oh my goodness.
Now. We don't have the rating system to bring people's defenses down. We won't get good memes.
We gotta at least come up with like a really wild waiting system. We're making the space tornadoes a rating system for space tornadoes. It has to be something really wild.
I like the idea, honestly, though, of a waiting system. And we're like, that is at least a 3 elephants worth of a tornado. Over there.
Sorry. Hold on. You're going to have to wait. We got like a really, like, there's a big one coming through right now. And just, there's not enough space for the both of you.
There's not
There's not enough space in space.
Did you just call someone the size of a space tornado?
I was calling the other tornado the size of a tornado. I don't know.
Okay. It kind of sounded like you were calling someone the size of a space tornado, and
I was calling the other tornado the size of a tornado. So I think it's fine. I'm sorry to all space tornadoes I've offended. I don't know what I'm talking about. I do
called a space-based vortex. Ooh, that's fun.
Oh, space-based vortex. That's a fun one to say quickly.
Yes.
I have some more weird news for us here. There has been some drama in Machakos in Kenya as 4 people are caught practicing witchcraft near a politician's home at midnight.
You know what, Base? Do it more.
What part of that is really the problem? Is it the witchcraft? Is it that midnight? Is it the politician's house?
Well, this article was published by a local news station there called Tuko on October 27th. And it says 4 individuals, including 2 women and 2 men, were caught allegedly practicing witchcraft near a politician's home. The group was found at night with bizarre items commonly associated with witchcraft. Villagers quickly apprehended the suspects and questioned them about what they were up to before the police arrived at the scene and rescued them. Doesn't clarify whether rescued them meant the people practicing witchcraft or the other people who were trying to stop the witchcraft.
Sorry, okay.
But, okay. So, as we go down, it does clarify more. Apparently, their idea of stopping them was, like, they straight up just, like, formed a mob. So, the police had to come and rescue the people doing witchcraft because the other people went mob about it. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, they must have
how many politicians were in this home?
Just the one. It was just one, but I guess once they caught them doing witchcraft, it wasn't the politician that formed the mob. It was other random people.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I don't think that, I think that Kenya is still a primarily superstitious area when it comes to
I agree.
Especially when it comes to that. So it's not that surprising. I mean, we can make light of it, but I'm pretty sure that they've done some pretty gruesome stuff to people that they believe are witches. I mean, like, it's no different than what we did, but, like, you know, like, they're doing it. I mean, give us a few years, we might start doing it again too. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm kind of looking through some of the comments people had here.
Well, there's a whole video that I'm not going to watch because you can see that they're beaten up, and I don't like that is publicly available, but there's, like, so many people on the internet who are saying that they did it to, like, help get votes for, like, that politician, like, sympathy votes, and I'm like, I don't think so. But they do have a bunch of quotes from people, and one of them, the top quote that they have in here says, "I wonder why witches are so poor despite being able to bewitch money into their lives." I'm like, wow.
You know, that's a good question. Where's my money?
Somebody else pointed out that there's no law in Kenya that addresses witchcraft. They might be charged with trespassing.
Interesting.
It was the governor's residence, by the way. So, yeah, I just thought that was interesting because you don't hear about that a whole lot these days. It sounds like the police questioned them about what they were doing, but they didn't really give a lot of clear answers. Were they even practicing witchcraft, or were they just, like, hanging out in a bad place?
Right.
Chilling by somebody's house, you know, and then they're just like, hey, you're chilling by somebody's house, but you've got a fire in between you or something, you know, like they're just
you've got some incense,
and they're like, that must be witchcraft.
Yeah.
Right.
Actually, If we want to go very dystopian here, I've got some dystopian articles as well. I have this one. It's from TechSpot. A high school student was surrounded by police and handcuffed after AI mistakes his bag of Doritos for a gun.
Oh, you know what? I did see that.
Yes.
I mean, can I say I'm surprised? No.
No, I'm not surprised at all. This article is by Rob Thubron. The teenager in question, Taki Allen, is a 16-year-old high school student at Kentwood High School in Baltimore County, Maryland. He was sat outside with his friends after football practice while waiting to be picked up last week. About 20 minutes after he finished the bag of Doritos he had been eating, around 8 police cars showed up. Officers climbed out of the cars and with their weapons pointing at Allen, told him to put his hands on his head and walk towards them. The student said he was then told to get on his knees and was placed in handcuffs. And the police later confirmed that he was handcuffed but not arrested. But yeah, the AI, it was his crumpled bag that it mistook as a firearm and then immediately called the police.
How old is he?
16.
So the AI noticed the bag.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So, one officer said, I guess just the way you were eating chips, Doritos, whatever, it picked it up as a gun. And then another cop added that AI is not the best, which you think? What's worse is the school superintendent, Dr. Miriam Rogers, told reporters that the system worked how it was meant to. Her quote is, "The program is based on human verification, and in this case, the program did what it was supposed to, which was to signal an alert and for humans to take a look to find out if there was cause for concern in that moment." Understandable to have humans check it, but maybe don't have the cops check it. Maybe have someone go, yeah, before it dials the cops.
That's what I was thinking. 'Cause I feel like most schools have so many, at least nowadays, like some form of like security staff in general.
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't one of them confirm it first? Even address the situation first before the police are called.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
I mean, like, and I understand if you think there is a weapon that is a problem, but again, if you're basing it only on AI technology, you're going to get a lot of false alerts. And at some point, the cops are going to end up start charging that school for every time they come out for a false alarm. So maybe have somebody double check that before it immediately auto dials them. Even if you have, security constantly watching it.
Right.
Yeah, if it's human verification, then a human should verify before sending in forces. They should look at the camera feed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, because I also wondered too, like if somebody like were to say just filed a false report like this, they would get in trouble for it.
Absolutely.
But because this is an AI system,
there's no accountability. There's not a person to blame it on.
There's like no accountability for it. Yeah, exactly. Like there's nothing that they can do to be like, hey, watch closer. Like I don't know. Like I don't know. It's just that's so weird.
That's why I was saying this is very dystopian. Yeah. They do have another quote from this kid. Alan said he now waits inside after football practice as he does not think it is safe enough to go outside, especially eating a bag of chips or drinking something. So that's why I wanted to say this is very dystopian. It's really messed up that the school is like, the process functioned as it was intended to prioritize safety and awareness through rapid human verification. That is not the correct form of human verification. You have scarred this child.
Right. Yeah, he was told to get on the ground and handcuffed, and he probably didn't even fully know why in the moment, because I doubt they were explaining it to him.
No.
And then he's like, I was just eating a snack?
Yeah.
Which he's probably done hundreds of times before.
I bet that poor kid's never going to eat Doritos ever again.
Probably not. I hope Doritos gives him like a lifetime, I don't want to say subscription, but you know.
Yeah, they should sponsor him.
You know what? They should sponsor him for football.
Yeah. Ugh. Yeah. So.
Oh my goodness.
I've got some more. We can keep going down the dystopian rabbit hole if you want. Because as much as I work in IT, I've got a lot of stuff on why, everything being smart is not smart. So recently there was a massive outage of Amazon's web services. And this article
I heard about that.
It took down about a third of the internet because a lot of people use it for hosting. This is one of the most fascinating things that I think that it took down. Fascinating. There are more terrible things that it took down. This is just one of the most interesting. So this is from Ars Technica. AWS outage reminds us why $2,449 internet-dependent beds are a bad idea. From Sharon Harding. What is the name of this bed? I just lost it. 8 Sleep. Yeah, it's a bed. It's a bed that connects to the internet so you can control the way that you sleep and the temperature and all that. It's made by 8 Sleep. And because it connected to Amazon Web Services, basically it resulted in people being awoken by beds locked into inclined positions in sweltering temperatures. And because AWS was down, they couldn't fix it. So they were just stuck in their, tilted up beds, sweating.
Okay, so like I was really curious about this. I remember you were telling about this, and I looked it up a little further because I was like, most of these things come with remotes, right?
This one does not.
Crazy. Well, it does say most pods have on-device buttons, but listen to this: it still needs the internet to use the button.
Yes. And they did say that they're going to fix it with this. They're going to make it so you can connect to Bluetooth to fix it if AWS ever goes down again. But that should have been a consideration in the first part. Internet connections are not always going to be reliable.
What happens if someone has a power outage?
Exactly. Just like, hey, sorry, you're stuck in your bed. Your bed is now standing up. Good luck. You want to sleep? Too bad. No internet.
My God.
Which,
Can
by
you
the way,
imagine getting that call from your grandma that's like, hey, listen, I don't know what's going on, but my bed is like, I'm inclined on my bed and it is so hot. And you're like, Grandma, I don't know what to do to help you. And you have no idea it's because of the internet.
Oh, gosh. Yeah. They were trying to help their poor grandma. And then she's like, Jimmy, my bed's broken. What?
My bed's broken. What? What do you mean, Grandma? It's so hot. What?
And they just think Grandma's having an episode, which is unfortunate.
Right. They buy Grandma this bed thinking it's going to help, and then, it's not.
By the way, the AWS outage was a DNS issue, which is domain name system. Almost anytime there's an issue with the internet, you won't think it's DNS, but it's almost always DNS. So there's your IT tip of the day. DNS is always the problem. Let's see. What other dystopian stuff do I got here? We can get all the slightly depressing stuff out of the way where I'm like, ooh, yikes. Oh, here we go. I got one from Science Alert. They have Science Alert doesn't, but somebody has a radical plan to beam sunlight on demand at night, and it has sparked a lot of concern. This is coming from Michael J. Brown and Matthew Kenworthy. And it is a proposed constellation of satellites, and it has astronomers worried. Unlike satellites that reflect sunlight and produce light pollution as an unfortunate byproduct, the ones by a U.S. startup Reflect Orbital would produce light pollution by design. The company promises to produce sunlight on demand with mirrors that beam sunlight down to Earth so solar farms can operate after sunset.
Which billionaire person wants to do this?
There's not a specific name on it, but I'm sure we could find out.
I know a plot to make people work longer hours when I see it.
It's interesting.
That's all that is.
Yeah. Because it is interesting that this is now out here, and I also saw something similar to this, but it was talking about finding a way to use moonlight for like an alternate form. So then that's how you would get your 24 hours. It would be like, hey, let's still do solar, but then alternatively, let's also have these like moonlight forms, moonlight farms.
Yeah.
to also get the reflection of the sun off of the moon and do it that way. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. But then you got these guys.
Yeah,
like,
then you have these guys who are like, let me beam sunlight directly into your eyes.
Yeah, no, that's all intentional. That would be catastrophic.
Yeah, that'd be horrible. When also it goes wrong once and you're frying people like ants under a magnifying glass. That's a terrible idea.
Oh my God. If you go,
I'm telling you, that's just a plot.
Oh, sorry. We can't actually fix the satellite's positioning because AWS went down again. Sorry. Sorry that your house is on fire.
Sorry you've had 24 hours, and even though you're not in Alaska, where that can be like a thing.
Oh, you want to sleep? Sorry, you've had 72 straight hours of sunlight? That's a bummer, but nothing we can do about it. I did look up who owned it, by the way, and it's owned by its founders and investors, so it is a privately owned company with investors.
Who's the biggest investors?
It looks like Lux Capital and Sequoia Capital and Starship Ventures, which Starship Ventures, that sounds, it may not be Bezos, but it sounds Bezos.
I think it is.
Looking it up now.
I will say, Vayne, you are correct. Because I'm looking at their little website and they're like, oh, it can be used for agriculture. It can be used for industry. And it's literally showing like factories lit up and things like that. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting.
Uh-huh.
What did I say?
They're like, get back to
that's
work.
Interesting. Yeah. I was like, this is not a solar farm.
Listen,
It is a farm of capital.
Anytime I see something that's anti-environment like that, it's inevitably because they want to make workers do more work. Like that's literally all.
They also have defense on here. Wait a minute, what's this mean? Defense? Is it a space laser?
Oh no. Oh, not space lasers. So the other funny part of this is like, I feel like this conversation has been had so many times, and every time people have been like, hey, that's a terrible idea. Because I genuinely remember listening to an old Coast to Coast episode in the early 2000s about them doing exactly this. And then everybody being like, hey, that's a terrible idea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you want some more dystopian stuff? Just get it all out of our systems.
Maybe.
This one is I don't know if it's slightly less dystopian. It's got less of an impact, I guess, than beaming sunlight directly at people. This one's also from TechSpot, but it's written by Sky Jacobs. China is testing restroom machines that make you watch ads in exchange for toilet paper.
Wait, what did you say? What? What'd you say?
China is testing out machines that make you watch ads in exchange for toilet paper. Officials say the system curbs waste.
I'm sorry.
So basically, they are going to make you watch ads to see how badly you really need that toilet paper.
Okay,
I mean,
I'm trying to... Oh,
what parts of China? Because here's the thing. All right, some parts of China do provide toilet paper, and I'm not pro-ad, by the way. This is not leaning into pro-ad at all. In a lot of parts of China, you're actually encouraged to bring your own toilet paper to public
I think that's what this is encouraging. Yeah.
Yeah. So usually, like, if you need toilet paper, it's like a paid system. So, like, if you don't have toilet paper when you show up at a bathroom, like, not everywhere. There are parts of China where, like, you can get it for free, but, like, you're generally encouraged to bring your own.
Yeah. So I think this is just like you want toilet paper? You're going to have to work for it if you didn't bring your own.
Instead of paying for it.
Yeah.
I'm not pro-ad, by the way. I think that's ridiculous. But I'm just saying I'm not surprised, and also it's not like here where, you just can grab toilet paper, and if you're out, you can just attack the worker and make them give you more.
I'm not sure if this is better or worse, by the way, but to watch the ads, you scan a QR code and watch them on your own phone. In some ways, that's better, because if they had like if they had a touch screen like on the wall, can you imagine how nasty that thing would be?
Well, also, I mean, okay, so once again, this is going back to different Chinese norms to America, but not all of their toilets are standard American toilets. It depends on what part, it depends on what part of China you're in and how rural it is. But, like, there's parts where the bathrooms are pretty much just, like, flowing streams.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have to scan a QR code to get toilet paper, it might fall into the flowing stream.
Interesting.
I was also curious, is China big on the bidets as well? Like public?
I was curious about
bidets?
that too, yeah.
Because I know Japan in some areas, like some of the more urban ones, like the public restrooms will also have bidets. So it's like, is toilet paper not as much of a necessity in a sense?
It's not really. I mean, like, okay, so like the bidet thing's actually more common in like Southeast Asia. Like that's more of like Japan's on it obviously now, but like China, I mean, like, I'm sure some parts of China have sort of like adapted to using it. But I don't think it's commonplace. Like even the standard toilets are different. Like Japan has slightly adopted more, I don't want to say American style toilets because that's
like
not
a Western style, I think is what they call it, or something similar, like European.
Yeah, like a lot of their like public toilets are still like the bend down toilets, but there are more public places that are leaning into the Western style. But China especially isn't really leaning into that yet. At least not that I know of. Things could be changing, obviously. But, I don't think that they're really huge on bidets.
Okay. I wasn't sure because I was just curious. I didn't know if that could also have been part of it where it's like trying to almost transition a little bit more towards like that in a sense. But,
there
I
is
just Googled it because
more.
I wanted to confirm, and it does say they're not huge on bidets. It's not commonly used.
There is more information that apparently these are like an evolution of earlier systems. So Beijing's Temple of Heaven
advertisements for toilet paper.
Beijing's Temple of Heaven Park in 2017 had facial recognition machines that basically face scan to identify individuals and impose a time restriction, so it would only allow them a small amount of paper every 9 minutes.
Okay, so I also that is crazy. Like, wait. Sorry.
Yeah, that's why I just wanted to give some background there of apparently this is an improvement.
Okay. I didn't realize there was like a lower level of toilet paper
in a
access.
lot of parts of China, you're really encouraged to bring your own toilet paper.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
And there is kind of like a common, like it's not like, it's more of like an unwritten thing where like when you're in public, you usually don't go number 2. Like,
yeah, but sometimes things just happen.
Yeah, I mean, like sometimes you just gotta go. There's not much of a choice. But a lot of the public restrooms aren't really. I mean, some of like the more, like the bigger areas, like the big cities, they're going to have more accessible things.
Makes sense.
Yeah, like it's just developed a little bit differently, which I think probably causes some of the confusion that we're getting here with the toilet paper. But yeah,
like it's not as weird as it sounds.
Vayne, I need you to become an expert on toilet paper in China so we can know what's going on here.
Could you become our toilet paper expert just in general of the world / space tornadoes?
I will say, thinking back to like when we were kids, I remember like every Halloween party, there would be the game to like mummify people with toilet paper. And now I'm like thinking about that of like, oh my gosh, that stuff is so expensive. Why would you use that? Buy some streamers.
How many? Yeah. Yeah. That's crazy.
I think maybe I got one more that is a little less dystopian. It's still a little cyberpunk, but less dystopian here. This is from PopSci, Popular Science, from Mark DeGurin. World's smallest bioprinter is the size of a pill. The ingestible device could help patients heal from the inside. So, yeah, researchers at EPFL. I will not try to pronounce that because it is in French.
What was it?
EPFL.
Well, part of it's
Or Switzerland. It's Switzerland.
Polytechnique.
But it looks French. Yes, Polytechnique, I was like, oh, I can say that one. But the rest of it, I went, I will butcher this if I try to say it.
Yeah.
Vayne, if you're feeling brave and want to take a crack at it, you are welcome to.
What am I looking at here? Hold on. Where is this at? Did you put it in the Discord? What were you looking at here?
Yeah,
it's all in the Discord.
World's smallest bio printer. It's the size of a pill, and it has like it looks like a little.
How far up
like a little?
Go? Where are you at?
Somewhere in there. I've been jumping around, so sorry that I'm.
It looks like a little. It looks
chaos.
like a little pink thing with like a little blue thing. It's right below planet Y. I feel like I'm making a weird space map right now. Yeah.
Oh, hold on. I'm on a different weird news. 1 second. There's too many things here.
There's too much weird news happening right now.
I don't see it. How far up do I gotta scroll, guys?
It's from today.
I wonder if it doesn't have. Does it have the preview? Because not all of them show the preview.
Yeah, it has a preview for me.
This thing I see just says most Americans say they've experienced one paranormal thing. That's my last thing.
Oh, go up to the top. Scroll up a little bit.
I'll just send you a link.
Oh my god, you guys are killing me. Okay.
Sorry about that.
I've sent you a link, so you don't have to scroll.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I was not seeing that at all. I don't know where this is.
I didn't want to interrupt. You seemed focused, and I didn't want to interrupt.
École Polytechnique Fédérale de Lausanne.
All right, thank you. Yay.
Yeah.
So,
all that says it's the Federal School of Polytechnicians of Lausanne. That's it. That's
sick.
all
Sounds great to me. Anyway, researchers there are working on... They're working on what they're calling the world's first pill-sized ingestible bioprinter. Using magnets and an infrared laser, the researchers demonstrated they could remotely guide a capsule, roughly the size of a chunky prescription pill, towards ulcers in the gastrointestinal tract. Say that 5 times fast. Once in place, the printer releases a living bio-ink to promote healthy cell repair. Earlier testing suggests the tiny bioprinter could help heal gastrointestinal tissue damage and potentially seal hemorrhages, all without the need for invasive surgery. I think that's really cool if there could be less surgery. So, at the same time, what happens to it once it's done doing what it needs to? I guess it's just, dissolved?
Passed? I would think it might just pass, but...
So, I guess... Yeah, that might be okay. As long as it's made of biodegradable stuff and it's not gonna
Okay. So it does say what happens to it. It's a little further down, and now I'm not as on board.
Oh no.
It says the researchers say a surgeon can use the magnetic guidance system to retrieve the capsule via the same oral route.
Why would
so it goes in through your mouth? And then it comes back out.
No. Why wouldn't you just let it go? You're not gonna reuse that. I hope
not, because that's my worry now. I'm like, is this after being expelled from the? I'm trying to get more clarity on that because this is weird now.
Well, while you're looking for clarity on that, I was curious. The bio-ink is derived from seaweed. Which, when deployed, serves as a scaffold for healthy cells to grow over. So that's cool. But the way it releases apparently is like a mechanism, clicking a pen to draw out its ink. It goes hold on, actually.
Oh.
I just clicked a pen into the mic. I don't know if you all could hear that. And just ink. Yeah.
It is. They did say that they have done testing to check out hemorrhaging. I think that's cool.
That's cool. I mean, I guess it's still less invasive than surgery, but...
That's true. I think it's a really neat thing. I'm just not sure how I feel about it going out the same way it goes in. I guess I just assumed it would
Yeah.
continue on, and then that's it. Like, I don't.
Yeah. I have questions, but maybe they're still working on that part. It's in early trials. Yeah. So I was like, that one's kind of dystopian. It's a little bit more cheerful than the rest.
Bit. You're right. It is very kind of cyberpunk, but like, it is in a cool way. I'll say that. That is really neat.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, on that note, we've amazingly made it to the end of the hour. Getting very distracted by space tornadoes and technical difficulties and toilet paper. A lot of toilet paper.
Yeah. Don't hoard your TP, but like, have it on hand.
Yeah.
Always.
Important.
Always. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, on that note, I think we will go ahead and sign off for the night. Actually, I haven't taught you all this part yet. Normally, our sign-off, since our last episode was a Halloween special, it ended a little bit differently. So normally, it's good night and good luck. So normally, I say good night, and the other person says good luck. Do you all want to fight over it? Good luck? Who wants it?
No, you can say good luck. It's fine.
Ginelle, you want it?
With that. Sure.
All right. Well, then, good night.
All right, everyone. And good luck.